Thank you, son. Sweetheart, what's our next category we got coming up?
Next category is radio.
Ooh.
And
I like radio.
Oh, I bet you do.
I have a face for radio.
Oh, you have a face for TV too.
She's a good girl. She's in the wheel. The boy's out. The girl's in.
Hey,
All right.
Speaking of the face for radio, we still gonna do those toilet seat covers we talked about?
Oh God, we'll make a fortune with those. Well, honey, who are the nominees? What's the category?
First up is Best Show Unpolitical.
Even non-political.
Yes.
That too.
The nominees are Car Talk with host Tom and Ray. What is it?
Magliozzi.
Thank you.
Click and clack.
Click and Clack, the Car Talk guys. They're from Boston, Massachusetts, I think, aren't they? Click and Clack. That sounds like, that's the same sound my 1974 Mustang used to make whenever I tried to accelerate. It wouldn't stop making it. You call the show with whatever bizarre behavior your auto exhibits, and they tell you what's wrong. These guys do more for the country than the faculty at Harvard does.
I have to agree.
What else you got, baby?
Oh, completely.
Next is What Do You Know with host Michael Feldman.
Michael Feldman's made a career of being a Jewish host surrounded by Lutherans. Witty and lively banter comprises the body of the show and provides genuinely intellectual amusement. Needless to say, he's not going to make it on television because it's too intellectual.
It's entirely.
That's why we just might.
But you know, he could possibly own the network.
Oh,
I'm not making any judgment calls.
I think you've been hanging around with Harry Reid too much.
It's true.
What's next, baby?
Don't get me started.
I'm backing away from it.
I know. Move away from Lance.
Next is Bob and Tom with hosts Tom Griswold and Bob Kavoyan.
Bob and Tom.
See, this is Drew's favorite. Drew wants Bob and Tom to win, but we just don't know. Along with Chick and Christy, they host wonderful comics. They provide their own written skits to the obvious delight of a huge national audience. And yes, that's the sound of green envy you hear in my voice. I would do everything in my power to take them down, but I'm a huge fan and I have no powers.
I have a side note, please.
Sure.
Please. Bob and Tom actually read an email from me. I'm sorry, a fax from me on the air a couple years ago.
No, really?
Here's how it went. You got a second?
Yeah.
I sent this fax.
We got all that.
Chick McGee and his Comic All-Stars were coming to Charleston at the time, and I was going to go to the show. However, I had to host a wedding because I'm a professional DJ on the side. And so I decided, since I cannot see them, I sent them a fax saying, guys, I would really love to come and see you, but you're starting your show too early. Is there any way that you could possibly bump it back an hour, and then I could make it? So I sent them this fax, and they read it on the air. Chick McGee read it. And then they read it mercilessly.
And what did they say?
Chick's like, our fans really love us. And we can't believe we get faxes like this. And he read the whole thing, but they didn't start to show her.
Well, honey, who wins this category? Oh, are we done yet? No, we're not done yet, are we? What else?
Next is Shamrock and Thistle with host Fiona Ritchie.
Yeah, sure we go to Shamrock and Thistle.
A great show.
Oh, sure it is. Celtic music is resplendent on the National Public Radio on Sunday night and generates something that the NPR is not sure how to handle: popularity.
Lucky Charms.
What's next? Yeah, they're always trying to steal me Lucky Charms. What's next, dear?
Lastly is the Prairie Home Companion with host Garrison Keeler.
Yeah, Garrison Keeler entertains with music and comedy skits. Theoretically, the show is a non-political category, but Keeler figures he's only talking to Democrats anyway. He's on NPR. Well, so who wins, baby?
All right. The winner is Car Talk with Tom and Ray Magliozzi.
All right, Car Talk, yeah!
I like them too.
I tell you, that's a brave son over there. By the way, before we move on to the next segment, we would like to announce that this portion of the show is being brought to you by the 1837 Bed and Breakfast, located at 126 Wentworth Street, Charleston, South Carolina, 29401. That's right, area code 843-723-7166. Or you can call toll free. My God, that means you don't even have to eat a Toll House cookie. It's 1-877-723-7166. 1837, and it's www.1837bb.com. And it's the manager there is, and owner is Richard Dunn. And we also would like to thank, as a sponsor, Aflac with Lance Morrison for all your insurance needs. It's got all, for your workers and all that kind of stuff, industrial, personal, whatever you got, right, Lance?
That's right. We typically do critical illness policies, and so yeah, give me a call.
So call Associate Lance Morrison. Call him at area code 843-609-7634, or contact him at William, little slash on the bottom between M and then Morrison, at us.aflac.com, and get a hold of him.
That's William_Morrison at us.aflac.com.
There you go. Thank you for helping me out with that one. Okay, so what's our next category, baby?
Next is Best Political Radio Show. The nominees are The Mark Levin Show,
A conservative, Mark Levin, yeah, Mark Levin, yeah, he's certainly in touch with his anger.
That's right, kill the Batman.
Get off my phone. No one will accuse this guy of suppressing his emotions. I just wish he'd leave my brother alone.
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. Who's next? I heard him go after my brother.
Really?
Your uncle one night, yeah.
No way.
I remember Glenn Beck one time going, "You don't scare me," he mentioned my brother's name, and I remember thinking to myself, I would be if I were you.
The only thing that scares Glenn Beck is fascism and salad. If he cries,
What?
if he cries over nothing, then
Who's next? We got to hurry up with this segment.
Next is Laura Ingram.
Laura Ingram.
Right.
Conservative women are not only hot, they actually know what they're talking about. Let's face it, men have been so PW'd in our society, we need someone with balls. If she teamed up with Ann Coulter, which one would be the sidekick?
doesn't matter. I like to refer to her as the female Joy Behar.
Yeah. Only people actually want to see her.
That's right. People
Who's next, baby?
Next is Rush Limbaugh.
I'm sorry, boring. I'm sorry, Rush. I know you're watching. I know you tune into the show every night. I know he's the king of conservative talk show, and kudos to him. I bow before his there. I understand.
Great Maharishi.
Yes, he is. But when I listen to radio, I'm not in all that much of a rush.
That's right.
What's next? You like that one? I loved it.
Nicely done.
Next is Sean Hannity.
Alec Baldwin's Lex Luthor. He's so detested by the political left in this country, he's behind Rush Limbaugh for the Huffington Post Man of the Year.
Wow.
Your mother laughed. Your mother laughed.
He
What's
made her
next?
laugh.
Yes, I did.
Next is Dennis Miller.
What happened to his hair? You know, what happened to his hair?
You know, when Raskolnikov defenestrates, I think it's when he jumps out of the window.
Don't you remember him on SNL? What a mane that guy had. Well, his show on HBO was hilarious, but that ended. He tried CNBC, and that failed too. He seems to be doing okay on the radio, and I am a fan, and he's found his niche as a regular guest on The Factor, Bill O'Reilly's show. Miller brings humor to politics that is refreshing, but he tends to make obscure references that only he gets and loves. But frankly, he amuses me. So who wins this one, honey?
The winner is The Dennis Miller Show.
Yes!
Yeah, Dennis Miller.
That's right.
Son, we're really short on time on this one. Take us out.